Hi, how are you doing? This is Pastor Cheryl. I live in an old drafty house, and so if you don't mind, I'm wearing my shawl. We have been going through the book of John, and it's kind of a Bible study, but I'm turning it into like little homilies, okay? We'll just do a little 10 minutes of this, and then that'll be it till tomorrow. And just doing one a day. And if you do at least one a day, the popularity of it kind of grows, which it's a good thing because this is an educational thing, and education is good. Here I think we got down to verse 19 in John 18. So it's John 18, verse 19. The high priest questioned Jesus about the disciples and about his teaching. I have spoken openly to the world, Jesus answered him. I have always taught in the synagogue and in the temple where all the Jews gather, and I haven't spoken anything in secret. Why do you question me? Question those who hear what I told them. Look, they know what I said. So in other words, he's an open, honest guy. When he had said these things, one of the officials standing by slapped Jesus, saying, Is this the way you answer the high priest? 23, verse 23. If I have spoken wrongly, Jesus answered him, give me evidence about my wrong. But if rightly, why do you hit me? Then Ananias sent him bound to Caiaphas, the high priest. You know, the Romans were just known for cruelty. And it sounds kind of like they're pretty arrogant too, don't they? Here we continue on. Peter denies Jesus twice more. Remember, he was going to deny him 3 times? Well, here's the other 2. Now Simon Peter was standing and warming himself. They said to him, Aren't you one of his disciples too, are you? He denied it and said, I am not. One of the high priest's servants, a relative of the man whose ear Peter had cut off, said, Didn't I see you with him in the garden? Peter denied it again. Immediately a rooster crowed. You know, when the chips are down, it seems like nobody's your friend. He had Judas betray him, and now his people, his followers, are not at his side. They are kind of looking over to see what's going to happen, but they, still deny him, especially Peter. He's the one with the sword that cut off the guy's ear. Happens to be related to somebody that saw the whole thing happen. It's like, these communities, and we have communities like this today where everybody's related to everybody else. Yeah. And it's not a good thing. I mean, this was just a bad thing for Jesus. No one's quite in his corner. And if they are in his corner defending him, they'll probably be killed with him. And my niece asked me today, she says, we were discussing the shroud and all the injuries that the shroud shows and how he was whipped. And basically he bled to death. That's it. He bled to death. And she said, why were they so cruel to him? Why? I mean, no one else has ever been crucified like this, with the crown of thorns and the thing on the side, and all the whips and scourging and the nails in the hand. They usually just tie them up there, but not the nails in the hand. Sometimes they do that, but not too often. And most of their victims didn't make it to the cross. They just died, be whipped, and then they just died. And of the whip, scourging, and that was it. Back then, they might not have known that we had a limited supply of blood in our system. So many pints, we just, we're not that big. We don't have that much blood, But anyway, I thought that they were extremely cruel. And the reason why is, we talked in, some of the previous videos, it's the devil again. It's just the devil again. And the reason given was, he said he was king of the Jews. He never said that. I think they would have liked to have made him king, but he never said that. And he really didn't come to be a political king. He really just didn't do that. And so the reason why he died is that the priests were jealous of him. You see what jealousy does? You see what jealousy does. And that is the only reason I can think of, the reason why that they would attack him like this, other than it's the devil again. They're just being cruel. The Romans were known for their cruelty. They were real professional at it. And so, anyway, I like to keep these homilies short so that you remember. The shorter they are, the better you remember. And so I think that's what I have for you now. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.